Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the GOWEN Racing Podcast here on the channel, on Spotify, whatever you listen to it on. We are here to talk about some more NASCAR news. The second off week is complete, and we have some actual racing this weekend at Watkins Glen that we're very excited for, and we have one thrilling Formula One weekend to talk about as well. But before we dive into those, we're going to touch a little bit upon NASCAR 21 from something tiny that we saw once again this past weekend. As always, I am joined by my good friend of Jay Cook as well as Matt O'Brien. We're going to start with Jay. How we doing this week, Jay? Has anything changed lately? How's your emotions going then this past week? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm doing perfectly fine. I mean, it's, doing the same pretty much.
Doing the same. Matt, how are we doing today?
Okay. Long
Okay.
day.
Long day. Why was it long?
Work.
Oh, okay. I saw you were doing iRacing. I watched a little bit.
Uh,
I didn't watch the finish. I only watched like the first
They got-
couple laps.
good.
All right.
That's all you
I
need
did
to
watch your race last night though,
Yeah,
and
that
you
one-
didn't
that
finish
one
top
went a
10,
lot
did
better.
you?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
Either way,
I'm not
I
really
watched the finish there, and I was like, "Look at him go! He's doing so good."
For a road course, I guess.
Yes, for a road course at least.
NIS. We're not gonna talk about my NIS.
Oh, is that what that was? Was NIS I was watching today?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't even notice.
we're not gonna talk about it.
All right. Where'd you finish?
Not good.
Oh, okay. Outside of the top 20?
There's a slight possibility.
All right, yeah, let's not go further then. Rough day for Matt on the iRacing side. So, we had mentioned NASCAR off week. The second one is complete. It was off due to the Olympics. We have racing back this weekend. We'll talk about our Watkins Glen thoughts and predictions a little bit later in the show. But we're going to start things off with some news that broke yesterday, I think it was, or was it the day before? I can't remember, but it doesn't matter. It was yesterday. So I woke up and I saw
Gary's
the
in
news.
shambles.
I'm in shambles. I already cut him out of the picture that they made with both of them. So Ross Chastain confirmed to Trackhouse Racing next season. Obviously biased from myself, not happy with the signing. I'm going to be cheering for Daniel hard next season and cheering against the other half of Trackhouse passionately hard next season as well. Overall, I think it's not a bad business move for the team, but I would like to hear what you guys think about the actual decision. I mean, Jay, what did you make of it? Obviously, I think we all saw it coming. There was heavy rumors about it, but what did you make of the decision finally becoming official?
I kind of had the same thoughts as you. I don't necessarily like Chastain, so I'm not that happy with him going to Trackhouse just because I like Suarez and was also pulling for that team as well, and so I probably will be like Gary pulling for Suarez and then rooting against Chastain, but I. I mean, I'm just simply. I think it was the only choice really that they could make. Because of the drivers out there right now, I mean, none of them really bring that much money with them. So, of those drivers, are you going to go and choose somebody who is either aging and hasn't proved themselves yet, or who is young and potentially has a promising future? And Chastain, even though he's kind of struggled this year, he's gotten a lot better recently. And he also, I think, does have a promising future. So, I can see why Trackhouse went with him. I'm just personally, wish it would have been somebody else.
What about you, Matt? What were your thoughts on the decision?
It was the simplest one to make. But I mean, he's been running a lot better lately, so. And he hasn't done anything ridiculously stupid lately, so.
New Hampshire it was New Hampshire, right? Or was it where he was taking it 3 wide on every restart?
Every restart.
That one was
Didn't
wreck anyone, but he didn't gain any ground doing it either. And just hurt himself and other people.
He still got a top 10, so I guess it didn't hurt him too bad.
Yeah, well, he looked like a clown doing it again, though. Moving on from that. Rick Almirola is apparently staying with Stewart-Haas Racing.
Apparently, he was a multi-year deal last season.
Yeah. Apparently, they like undercover signed a multi-year deal last year. So interesting,
which
to
is
say the
disappointing
least.
to me for several reasons.
I mean, yeah.
Number one of those being that was a place that the Benedetto
No,
maybe had a chance to go to.
1% chance, if that.
So,
You can hate me all you want, Jay, but it's true.
well, the 10 car is now written
I got
off.
nothing else to say. So
10 car is now written off for the Benedetto for anybody, obviously. And I look at what cars that are decent that we know are available. The only thing that comes to mind is a second 2311 car,
And that's Kurt's.
and that is going to be Kurt Busch's car. So now it's like, okay, that guarantees the Benedetto to have to either settle for a midfield team or go to Xfinity
Not
for a
even
top team.
it's not even midfield.
Well, back to what it used to be like 5 years ago then.
There's really only one option for him, I think. And it's not even a guaranteed option.
Or like front row.
They have the 38 if Alfredo gets the boot, but like that's not even guaranteed.
I don't think that'll happen either. So
And
like,
or Rick Ware Racing.
they said they think they're going to have 2 competitive cars next year. Just thought that was interesting.
Where did the two charters go?
I have no idea. Maybe they're implying they're going to sell some.
One of them is actually owned by RPM.
Yeah, I mean, what if they start a 2-car team?
No.
Can't even make 1 car run well enough.
No, it's yeah, I mean there's not much to say, right?
Not really. I think
one of them goes to 23XI, and then who knows where the other one would go.
Jay, obviously, the Benedetto fan. I've asked this before. Now, though, with the news, do you think he has to go to Xfinity to a hopefully top team?
I think that's pretty much been his only option ever since it was confirmed that Harrison Burton will be in the 21 next season. I think that's pretty much been his only option ever since then. I've been holding out hope that there was a possibility he could find some other ride, but considering he really has no sponsorship, and considering where we're at in the season already, I mean, it's it's hard to try and all of a sudden get something set up when teams are probably already looking at other drivers, and then now all of a sudden the Benedetto wants to come in and say, well, hey, I should drive that car instead of this person, when they're already close to a deal. So I think at this point he's got to look at either the Xfinity or the Truck Series, and hope he can go on the route that John Hunter Nemechek's going on, where he went back down to the Truck Series and is now dominating the crap out of it, and looks like Toyota really wants to back him up.
Well, I think Matt's established enough to where he wouldn't have to go back down to trucks, but he could definitely make Xfinity work. I would like to think, anyways. But
my thing is, where would he even go in Xfinity?
That's the thing. We don't know. And I mean, Penke's open, but we also don't know if they're going to keep that car on the track or not, right? So
I don't think they are. Like, why would they?
Yeah, because they don't really have any pipeline driver right now.
They have no pipeline driver.
And I doubt they would take on Benedetto. Just because, I mean, they're obviously saying Penske is parting ways, you know? So, yeah. I don't know what Benedetto's going to do. I really don't. JRM could take him on? I don't know. I mean, is there a spot going to be opening up there? I could see Dale Jr. taking a chance on a guy like him. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. We don't officially know what's going on there. I think that was really all the NASCAR silly season news we have gotten over the last 2 weeks. So I don't know if there's...
Surprisingly.
I saw Denny Hamlin was hanging out with the FedEx robot today.
Oh, boy.
That was about the only news I saw.
Yeah, it was... We need NASCAR back.
Yes, it's been a slow week. There's not much to talk about today.
Well, F1 might occupy us
F1,
for a while.
yeah, I mean, we can already transition to that, I think. Speaking of F1, you guys know what I pre-ordered today?
Oh boy.
For the first time ever, I do not have an F1 diecast in my collection yet.
Now you have an Aston Martin.
Maybe. I didn't
Specifically
realize
of the 5 car.
possibly. So there's a Toronto Motorsport website. I didn't know about this, but there's a big diecast motorsports thing up in Toronto. They don't do NASCAR for some reason, but it's like F1, IndyCar, IMSA stuff. And I pre-ordered Sebastian Vettel's Azerbaijan podium car,
Ooh.
and it comes with like the pit sign that like says like Seb P2 whatever, and then it also comes with a little stand-up board that they park their cars at. So that was really cool, and it's in the 143 scale, and I paid, it was like just over $100. So I'm excited for that because I don't have an F1 diecast in my collection, and I was like, I gotta have a Sebastian car. Do you guys? I'm guessing none of you have F1 cars either.
I haven't bought a diecast since like 2015.
Yeah, I've only got NASCAR diecasts. That's all I've got. I've wanted other diecasts. I just never really went looking for them.
I think
I'm looking at their
Jay?
website now. You can actually order from their website. Like I can order and have it shipped to me from their.
yeah,
That's
they
pretty
go to
cool.
America. But Jay, I think we're probably similar. When Jeff Gordon kind of like retired, we both kind of
Yeah, I
slowed
haven't
down
bought a diecast
drastically.
since he retired.
Right?
Actually,
I
no,
mean,
that's wrong. I bought Bubba Wallace's diecast last year, but that's the only one I bought. I think since he
I got
retired.
that. I got his 23 car on the way. I don't know. I have no idea when it's coming. I got a Hamlin one and a Suarez one coming as well. And that's it. Oh wait, I have Jimmy Johnson's race version from Phoenix still coming in. I think it's in September actually. Was it December? Can't remember. Either way, it's late. I'm pretty
Imagine
sure
buying
actually
a
next
product
month.
and having. Imagine buying a product and having to wait a year for it.
Yeah, well, I think I ordered it. I think I ordered it in like December or so. And I'm pretty sure it comes out in September. I'll have to double check. But either way, I'm
Ugh.
looking forward to that car because that is a nice car, and I was like, I gotta have that. So, and it's
Goodness
the
gracious,
124.
$70 for a Hinchcliffe diecast. Holy,
The
that's an
I was
expensive
looking at some of
diecast.
the other F1. The 118 scale is like $200.
Holy crap!
I don't know exactly how big they are IRL. I went with the 143, which looked pretty large. Obviously, it's still larger than like the normal 164 NASCAR ones we can get. So I'm excited for that. And I think they also put in like the driver, and it has their actual helmet too in the diecast, which is really cool. But we'll have to wait and see. That one's supposed to come out in October, so I'm excited for that. But diecast collecting, that's a whole topic we could get into one day. I'm assuming Matt has a lot of Matt Kenseth cars.
I have a few.
You have a few.
Somewhere.
What's the like last one you got?
The 2015 DeWalt one.
Should have got the what is it, Dollar General or whatever?
No.
Just for the memories of him at Martinsville.
I just get a hammer.
There you go.
And no. No, I don't know. I just haven't. There's a lot more better things I could spend my money on than diecast.
That's the thing is like I love buying diecast, but I'm like I could spend my money on like way more
Infinite other
convenient
things.
things. Yeah.
Food.
If I ever get
An
really
actual
rich,
game.
an actual game. If I get really rich, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of diecasts. But like I got a whole bunch of mine sitting next to me right now. They just look so beautiful. But we'll move on from that. So we got some Formula One to talk about today. They were off for a week as well, as you guys know, but they were back this past weekend, and now actually they're on the summer break, unfortunately, so it's going to be quite some time until we have it back. But before we dive in, Actually, talking about it, I think we can all agree here that might have been the best Hungarian Grand Prix we've ever seen.
Yes.
Yes.
I was
Not
shocked.
even close.
But a lot
Not
of the
even
tracks we've
close.
expected to suck this year have been putting on good
Have been the
races.
bangers.
I'm just
Imola,
like,
banger. France was good.
we expected Austria to be great. It was a letdown. So
Yeah,
Azerbaijan was, well, we expected
good.
that one to be great, and that was good too. So there's been a lot of good races this year. I think it, of course, helps with Mercedes and Red Bull being as close as they are now. Obviously, that didn't have anything to do with this race being good. But
There was
well,
something
well, I
about
guess,
them.
yeah, I guess there was one role Mercedes did play here,
Uh,
which we'll talk about right now. So, Hamilton was on pole, Verstappen was third, Bottas was second, Perez was fourth, and
Lando was sixth.
yeah, Lando had it. Well, he was sixth, and just like a lot of people were, and
Yeah.
they're rolling up to the grid, and I didn't realize it was supposed to rain for the start.
No, it wasn't. When I went to bed, there was supposed to be no rain. So
Okay,
out of
because
nowhere.
yeah, because I walked up on my break and put up F1 TV, and they were just doing formation lap, and I was like, oh, like it's wet. So I knew immediately it was going to get crazy, and like turn one, oh my goodness. So it was looking all right. Bottas didn't have a very good start, obviously, and Lando had an excellent start because he took it 3 wide into turn one.
He was clear. He was clear of Bottas.
Yeah, well, yeah. By the
Well
time they
clear.
got into the corner, he was
He
well
was
clear.
clear for third. He was clear for third.
And then Valtteri, future Alfa Romeo driver, by the way, um, just didn't brake in time, and when he started braking,
Took Lando, Max, Perez, the old lady down the street, the lost dog, all out at once.
and that's how he got re-signed to Mercedes. If it happens,
Yeah, honestly.
all right, my Jimmy Johnson diecast is September, by the way. Let's go. But yeah, no, Bottas just unbelievably, obviously, like mistakes happen, but that was such a costly mistake, literally, because Red Bull is going to have to spend more money now on the budget cap for repairing their cars,
Yeah,
and it's not. I can't remember who brought it up. One of the team principals was like, you know what, the teams that cause the damage should be the ones that have to start paying for the damages, which would be interesting.
oof.
But that's a topic.
Mercedes would be over the budget already, especially after
Yeah.
this week.
And Silverstone in Hungary would be like $2 million at least, or euros.
Oh
But
shit, Hungary probably like 10 million.
well, yeah, because of all the other cars they cleaned out too. I mean,
Oh,
what do you guys? I mean, I'll start with Jay. What did you make of just that Bottas mistake in the first place, cleaning out and ruining like many people races, including your own driver of Leclerc, who I mean that he wasn't taken out, of course, by Bottas, um, but Lance Stroll had a moment himself. But what did you make of Bottas's incident, anyways?
I mean, I didn't see it live, so I didn't get the immediate like reaction or emotion to it or whatever. But I mean, the first thing I thought of is obviously, holy crap, this is gonna be the memeability of this is great. But
100%.
like that was that was a exceptionally massive mistake from Bottas, and honestly, I can't say that it surprises me, and not because I expect Bottas to make mistakes, but just because the way this season has gone, it's just been such a what's the word I'm looking for? Such a letdown from Bottas, or at least for probably for Bottas's expectations, and everything that can't go wrong has gone wrong, and then this mistake just piled onto that big time, and not only winds up screwing himself over, but he screws over several other cars as well, and then Lance Stroll screws over another couple of guys behind. So not only did we have one car full sin, we had a second one, and that one took out a couple cars as well. So
Ironically,
uh,
both Mercedes.
I was gonna say that, yeah, but I didn't really want to point to that too much. But yeah, I think that now we can go from saying the Ferrari Master Bland to the Mercedes Master Bland. Because good
Yeah.
lord,
Stroll even drove up on the grass trying to not hit anyone. and
Yeah.
just drove right into the side of Charles, cleaned him right out.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt. I mean, obviously, you mentioned it too about Bottas just not being good this year. I mean, what did you make of that?
It's literally 2020 Vettel. It's
Worse
literally.
or better though? Do you think by a little bit?
Oh shit. Oh
I mean,
god.
Vettel wasn't crashing people very
No,
often.
he was just. Vettel was just more slow.
Mm-hmm.
But Bottas looking like a clown, man.
Yeah.
um, no, I, it's hard to like Mercedes right now, man.
I agree.
uh, I
I
just,
agree with that fully.
oh my god, that's like, if you just think about this, man, this championship battle shouldn't even be close.
I will say though, I saw a thing earlier today. I think it was actually
Yeah,
posted in the Nitro thing.
yeah, I posted the meme. Yeah. So, Gary, you probably haven't seen this. So, the points of the top two are the exact same as they were in 2016 when after Hungary,
Oh boy.
and Hamilton was leading,
Mm.
and
Well,
Rosberg was
Hamilton's
second.
losing then.
Yes.
Okay.
Not
The
only is he going to
problem-
lose, he's going to get loose by getting destroyed and taken out by Verstappen.
No, his engine's gonna blow
Yeah.
in the lead, and then we're gonna get no.
Well,
Also, feels bad for Lando. The point streak is over.
oh, that was interesting. Every season in his F1 career, in race number 11, he's DNF.
11. Yeah. Another. Also, did you see the interview where he's like bitching about Bottas, and then Bottas is
And
like,
then he shows up.
"I saw, dude. I saw, dude."
And then the guy who was talking to him after Bottas leave, he was like anything else to say, and he was just like, no.
No. Also, so I guess we should move what happened next, right? So actually, during this wreck, somehow Ocon and Vettel go like skirt through everything.
Yeah.
Carlos, who was actually turned out to be a genius, wrecking his car in qualifying Saturday, scooted through. Alonso, Gasly got through. Yuki, but the Williams both.
Mm-hmm.
Also, somehow Max Verstappen was able to continue this race.
I was shocked.
Even though
I didn't think he would.
I didn't think he would, and God Lord, he had no barge board on the one side. It was literally just gone.
Not only that, he still scored points.
Yeah, which is insane. So yeah, so they red flagged the race. So we're gonna do a standing start, and then they're doing their like formation lap to get back to the starting grid, and literally every single person pits for dry tires, slicks, except Hamilton. So he's the only person on the grid to start the race. Oh my god, the memes from this are great.
And I didn't get to see that part live, so I got home and watched the race highlights. I'm just like, what the heck am I watching right here?
So you want to know something? People are dogging on Mercedes for not pitting, which is partially true, but they're screwed no matter what happened. You want to know why?
Because they would have been at the back of the pit lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
And every car would pass them. Which
So,
that's just hilarious.
I wonder if they would have lost or gained more time hitting.
Oh, I think they would have been further ahead. There had to been a gap somewhere, right?
Right. So that could
people
have cost
double
them the win
stacking.
right there.
Yeah. I think it still cost them the win in the end, though. I still think they should have pitted, but
Glad
it
they
wasn't
didn't.
yeah. Thank God.
I thought he had it won when he pitted on lap 48.
I thought he did too.
So
I
did
was
I.
like,
You
oh
would have
god,
if it wasn't for Alonso.
it
Thank you,
was
sir.
it was going to be a repeat of last year
2020, not 20. No, it was
or
2019.
2019, whatever.
But also we have to just point out Ocon leading the race and Vettel. I don't think anyone had the Ocon Vettel battle for the win on their bingo cards going into this one.
Battle.
Vettel.
I was not impressed when I saw Ocon leading. I'm like, oh, of all people that could be in position to win this race, it's Ocon. But he did a tremendous job. He didn't make any mistakes. Vettel had one opportunity when I forget who they were lapping, but they lapped.
Oh yeah,
someone.
I remember this.
Yeah, and then Vettel had a sneaky little look into turn one, but he just couldn't quite get alongside him. And thank goodness he backed out of it because they were gonna easily go into each other.
How about Aston Martin's pit crew?
Duh.
That actually cost them the lead.
Yeah.
And then not much happens. Let's just mention the Williams are both in the points at this point.
Latifi ahead.
Yeah. And then Hamilton did his second stop. I thought it was over. I thought it was in the bag, done. But then
And then driver of the day.
our hero, my man, Giga Alonso. That was the widest F1 car I've ever seen.
If that was anybody else, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
And Hamilton would have went and won.
Mm-hmm.
But Fernando came in clutch. And he's so defensive, but he kept it clean.
But it's so dangerous.
Yeah, it's so dangerous at these speeds, guys.
Lewis, you shut the hell up. Shut up. Complaining about, it's so dangerous. Dude, you said Verstappen to Narnia.
Forgetting about Britain 2 weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he eventually did get by Fernando, though, after one heck of a scrap. Fernando was he was putting his life on the line to keep Lewis behind.
Yeah.
But that was the only chance that Ocon had to win because Sebastian wasn't going to have anything for him. And they have such a respect for each other. I don't think Sebastian would have tried to hold him up like Fernando did. Obviously, Fernando's trying to get his teammate to win.
Did you see Fernando's interview?
No, I did not.
The reporter was like, "Did you know Lewis was complaining?" He's like, "Lewis always complains about everything."
Oh no!
I was like, "Oh shit!"
Salt. That's incredible.
Alonso is a spicy boy.
Yeah. Also, just a funny Formula Dank meme I just seen. It's Giga Alonso has now blocked the Suez Canal.
Oh, I had one heck of a meme here.
Oh, there are so many. There are some good ones.
Yeah, mine was off of Formula Dank as well. I'll post it in our chat here, but
let's see what one is this. Yes, this one. Yes.
Yeah. It's got Alonso.
Maximum protection.
That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, great job by Alonso.
Yeah.
But when Hamilton got by, he was hauling the mail.
Yeah.
And almost got
literally 2 laps and he would have won probably.
Yeah.
Ocon won. It's cool for a midfielder to win. That's about it.
Yeah. Vettel's technically still second for now.
Oh boy.
But
I'm sure you're very happy about this entire development.
I mean, either way, I'm happy that he had a good race. He ran a good race. Didn't make mistakes, which was nice. Still, once again, better than Stroll, which I always take. Obviously, Stroll damaged his car quite a bit, but
he finished last. He DNF'd.
I know, but Sebastian was still going to be better. But yeah, I was happy with that. But then after the race, he actually had to go to the stewards. He got a reprimand with him, Bottas, Sainz, I think there was one more
Ocon.
driver.
I think it was Ocon.
Yeah, there
I
was
think it was
several.
Ocon. Yeah, I think it was Ocon. And over them forgetting to take their shirt off during the anthem, Sebastian's was much more publicized. But 4 drivers total got reprimanded for it. And that did you guys? I'm sure everyone, of course, has seen Carlos when he found out he was going to the stewards.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. His reaction, just like, bruh.
Yeah.
I actually have not seen that.
Oh
The
my god,
video.
the face.
You
Was,
haven't
the
seen that?
face. The
Mm-mm.
face.
Oh my goodness, Jay. Don't you worry, we're gonna have you set up here in just a second. But then they're like trying to figure out what it was, and he starts walking away, and then they're like, "Oh, we figured it out." And then they told him, and then he just looks down at the ground, and then he just walks away in like that just disappointment. I thought that was just hilarious. But Carlos will get third if Aston Martin can't provide the fuel for the FIA.
Yeah, so yeah, apparently Vettel had no gas left.
So they, of course, appealed it. They had 96 hours to get a, I guess, sample that can be used. So I don't know when did they actually
know.
file the appeal.
I have
But
no idea.
it's got, obviously, like, they're going to be finding out in a couple days. So I'm hopeful that some way that works out, and then they actually get to keep P2. That would be nice. And that'd be less points for Hamilton to keep the championship battle a little bit closer going
Yeah.
into Belgium. But what else? Is there anything eventful, notable that happened?
The Williams, double points. Double points.
Latifi beat George Russell. All the spotlight was on George, but Latifi beat George, and I was like, man, why ain't nobody talking about him?
It really is the most George thing to finally get points in Williams and then get beat by Latifi in
Beat by your teammate. Latifi's an
Yeah.
interesting one. Like, sometimes he's really far off of George, and then sometimes he shows up and does that where he beats George. Like, I don't know if the guy is. Obviously, he's one of those quote unquote pay drivers, but I think on like the right day, he's pretty fast. You know.
I mean, it's hard to judge in a Williams.
Yeah, let's throw him in a Mercedes, which seems to be what Jacques Villeneuve think is going to happen with Lance Stroll. By the way, I don't know if you guys heard about that.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
I'm
trolling.
Just imagine Lance Stroll and Lewis Hamilton. You got the ultimate wingman because Lance is not going to be fast enough.
Oh no! Don't! Just get it out of my head. I had it out of my head, Gary.
I wonder what Lawrence thinks, like how he reacts to, like, say right now Sebastian like outperforming Lance. Like, I wonder how that
why
goes.
we
over.
hired you. He's
Well,
like,
yeah.
oh, all right. Like, I don't know.
Because I mean, I'm sure he wants his son to be number one, right?
Yeah, but like, who knows?
But then again, you're stacked up against a 4-time champion with over 50 wins. So, I know it's interesting, but now maybe they'll just go and buy Mercedes. I'm sure they can afford it. You never know. You can just buy all of F1.
Probably. Yeah, that's pretty much all to say, really.
I think Sebastian's like incident was just as hyped up as the race itself. Like with the shirt and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the whole weekend Sebastian was doing really good with representing his message in Hungary, which I really liked. Obviously, as a Vettel fan, that's one of the things I really like about him is the messages he represents. But yeah, so there's a summer break then, which means George Russell Mercedes announcement.
Please, for the love of God.
I don't see
Also,
how it doesn't
I guess,
happen.
yeah. Also, sadly, Max has now lost the points lead. Sad.
Gonna be okay. They'll come back in Belgium and win. I think, anyways.
Who knows?
I mean, obviously, Mercedes have clearly found more speed than what they did
Yeah.
have. Remember when they said they were done upgrading the car, and then they brought like an upgrade like a week ago
Yeah.
in the Silverstone?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lewis has a 8-point lead over Verstappen. Lando's third, Bottas fourth, Perez. Sainz is beating Leclerc, by the way, which is not what I thought we were going to see at the beginning of the year, but something I really like to see as a fan of Carlos Sainz as well.
Yeah.
Jay, how do you feel about that?
Surprised, I guess. I actually didn't know that either. I haven't checked the standings.
He's only beating him by 3.
Well, okay, to be fair then, Leclerc was DNF'd at Hungary. So he was ahead of him before then.
And Monaco.
Yeah, so but
I mean,
that is still kind of surprising, to be honest. Especially the way Sainz kind of started off struggling a little bit, but I guess the team in general has been kind of struggling, obviously, compared to what their expectations normally are.
I think they're doing better than last year, at least, though.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are, but they're still, I think, as to what Ferrari's expectations are always going to be win, 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 they're certainly still underperforming.
Well, I'm just looking.
I mean, when they've finished, Leclerc beat Carlos in Bahrain. When they went to Italy,
3, 4.
Leclerc beat Carlos in Italy by a position. Portugal, Leclerc beat Carlos by 6 spots.
Then 3 spots. Then Monaco happened. Baku, Charles was 4 up. France, Carlos was 5. First, both Austria's Carlos finished ahead. Silverstone, Charles ahead, and then Hungary, Sainz ahead.
Well, it does seem like Carlos has turned it up a bit lately, though.
Yeah.
But
He
I mean,
certainly has.
overall, he's just doing, in my opinion, a tremendous job in the Ferrari so far.
Yep.
Even though he's just going to get his ride taken by Schumacher anyways. And at least I think, not next year, but maybe a couple years.
I mean, Sainz's contract's like 2024, so.
I thought it was 23.
It's a long one.
Either way, we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But Frederick Vasseur was spotted at the Mercedes HQ in Hungary. Apparently, reportedly, over 10 times he was in there talking to, I guess it would be Toto Wolff or Valtteri Bottas or something. But the rumors have been that Bottas, of course, is going to go to Alfa Romeo next year. And that doesn't surprise any of us. We've been hearing that for a while now. But I think, I don't see how they don't announce it over the summer break.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that summer break is usually a time when a lot of moves get announced anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean, often.
So
What if they could announce Hulkenberg to Williams? There's been rumors about that going around.
Yeah.
But then what would happen to Latifi?
What do you mean? Russell wouldn't be there.
Oh, I heard like a whole new lineup though.
Hmm.
Jack Aitken maybe. Did you guys see that crash he had in Belgium there?
Yeah.
Big crash.
Big
He was okay,
crash.
thankfully. His car was
Big
destroyed.
crash.
Like you could see like right in that thing. Because the doors were all
Thankfully-
off and
Thankfully he was okay.
yeah, he only had
Right.
minor injuries, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty much all we have for F1 too.
There's something funny. Something I thought was pretty funny on the Reddit today, though. it was Haas was like, I think Williams might be out of our reach now. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't say.
I saw Schumacher wasn't very happy with Gunter for calling him out after that spin in practice when he crashed the car.
Oh.
Yeah, inner team drama right there.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Haas, yeah, I really hope that they come back next season with a little more speed with the new car.
I mean, they're literally tanking this year.
Yeah.
And want to know something? I wouldn't be shocked if they still have the worst car next year.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either.
It would be hilarious, actually.
I think that if they're the worst again, they probably won't stick around very long. Because
No.
Gene's just going to pull his funding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully,
I'm
Gunter
concerned.
can stay, though.
All right. This is the darkest timeline. Okay. So Russell goes to Mercedes, and then they just fuck up the car. It is the worst car on the grid, and then Williams makes the best car.
That would be kind of funny, though. I
I
feel bad for George.
The man's cursed. So.
I think we'll move on a little bit from F1.
Yeah.
NASCAR 21. Oh, wait, you want to go ahead?
It's NASCAR related.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to put it in the topics. It appears the number movement is not going backwards.
yeah.
It's actually pushing them forward, which is
I'm okay with that.
I'm
think
100% okay with that.
that it depends how forwards they push them.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I think it's same situation. It's just all down to how you work the scheme around it. I think the numbers push back towards the wheel look incredible if you make the scheme around that, and I think that it'll be the same if you move them forward.
The thing with
I don't think it
moving
matters
them
too
forward,
much.
I think forward is better just because I don't know, like some of the stuff it looks so bad back, moving it back, you know.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff of it move backwards and stuff of it move forwards, and every single time move forwards looks so much better.
Yeah.
It's not
Especially with the
too
short-sided
forward.
car now. I don't know. I think if it's up against the front wheel, I still think that'd be okay.
I wasn't a fan. I saw all the concepts. I was like, I prefer it towards the back wheel more than the front wheel. If they move it, a little bit forward, I've seen concepts where it's just like a little bit to the front, but it's not like right up to the wheel. I was like, that looks pretty good.
I think it'll be moved up closer towards the wheel. I don't know if it'll be up against it because they might still have contingency stuff there for the RTA stuff. But I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty close to the front wheel.
Either way, NASCAR can't make up their minds because they wanted to push them back. Now they want to push them forward.
Well, I think that they were going to push them back, and then it got talking to them about how short the rear end of the car is, and there's basically virtually no quarter panel behind the rear tire. So
And Denny
push it
Hamlin's
backwards, push it
tweet.
forward.
Denny sparked the
probably
push it
Denny's
forward
tweet.
movement. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, I think it's guaranteed. We know the numbers are moving now.
Yeah. And I think we all agree is that this is just not a needed change.
Yeah,
But-
no, it's not needed, but
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff NASCAR does is not needed.
Yeah.
I don't even know why there is a number mandate. Like where I don't even know why the fact that it has to be in a certain position is mandated anyways. Like, just let them put it wherever they want to put it at this point.
As long as it's
Stop having the conversation.
as long
and
as
just
it's
get rid
like
of the rule.
in between the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw it wherever you want.
Yeah. I guess another thing to talk about NASCAR too. I mean, is there anything else to talk about this?
Not really.
The mask mandate.
Oh yeah.
Do we even want to
Yeah,
get
I
into
mean, you
that?
know what? Let's do it.
Just say that it happened.
Yeah,
Honestly, I don't know if we need to get into a
masks
debate, but
are mandated again indoors due
Indoors,
to
yeah.
the Delta variant, which is like
Delta be
tearing up.
wild and-
It's not tearing up everything.
I saw today there's also 2 new variants they're looking at.
Lovely.
Jesus Christ.
There's
Oh,
the Delta
God.
Plus, and then I don't know how to say it, but it's like
Delta
yeah, I know.
Plus.
Yeah.
Delta Plus.
What a name.
Oh fuck.
I genuinely don't know much about either because I didn't actually look them up. I just know they were talking about them. The Delta Plus, which I guess ranges from the Delta variant. And then I don't know how to say this one, but it's either Lambda or Lambda or something like that.
Lambda.
Lambda,
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah, that's how it's pronounced.
and they got found, I think, in South America, somewhere in South America. And like the little bit that I've seen on it is that it's not, I guess, not transferring that easy, but it is fighting the vaccines harder than the
Oh,
others.
I'm
So,
guessing Delta is also the main one where you guys are. Probably.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. It's like
That's
90% of the cases here now.
yeah.
I think it's more than that, honestly.
That's the one
Yeah.
tearing up Ontario, and every other like all the provinces to the west are like fully like lifting everything. Like the mask mandates are gone, so everything's like back to normal. But we're keeping it here because the Delta's still a big threat. Our cases are really low right now, though.
Yeah, but one something. Can you believe it? Canada is the most vaccinated country in the world right now.
Percentage-wise, I mean, that's not surprising.
Well, considering
their
like 3 months ago,
population.
you gotta think about it, like 3 months ago, Gary couldn't even get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I got
but
both.
I'm assuming they got some pretty hard assistance on that stuff, and then considering their population, it's it's not
Let
that
me
hard.
tell
I
y'all.
think.
It's
I tell
no,
y'all.
it's not about the It's not about the population numbers. But I'm not gonna get into what I think.
Let me tell y'all. I got my second shot on Friday.
Wow.
Friday night, I'm like, I was in an Xbox party with Jay, and I was getting ready to play The Sims. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have a chill Friday. Let's go. And then I open up The Sims, and I'm like, oh god, this ain't
It's
good.
coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
I was like, I can't play The Sims tonight. So then I went and laid down. I started feeling better. Probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. I was like, oh, okay, that was quick. We're good. And then I woke up Saturday at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, I can't move. I am dead. And then I just laid on the couch all day. And then I showed up and did Nitro, and won. But that was cool.
You do.
But and then I went back to bed. I was like, I gotta get out of here. But yeah, yeah. But no, the mask mandate thing. I'm not surprised to see that because obviously the cases have been skyrocketing again. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
um,
mean Michigan's
I
going up
believe
again.
we're at numbers, if not higher, now than we were last year around the same time. I
it was
mean, it's
interesting because it fell off so hard,
Yeah.
and then it just like out of nowhere just came back with a
Oh Lord,
vengeance.
here. Oh, yeah. It's like the oh shit. Here we go again.
yeah, straight up the Delta variant, and there was people warning about it back in like late April, early May when it was spreading around India that it was going to eventually get here and do the same thing here, and oh boy, it did it. It did. It spread like wildfire. Pretty much anywhere it's gone.
Yeah.
I doubt they would lock anything down, wouldn't they?
At this point, I don't think you
If they
can.
haven't done it already, I don't think
Yeah.
we will.
No,
go back down.
I mean, Fauci said like we don't need a lockdown with how many people are vaccinated, but
I mean, at this point, it's solely it really is an epidemic of the unvaccinated. So I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
even though vaccinated people are getting it, they're not almost dying or being put in the
Yeah,
hospital.
I guess
They're
this
just
one
getting it
is
and then feeling sick, and then
yeah.
that's
This
it.
one's a little more severe, a little more like on the vaccinated still, but
Yeah.
we're still okay. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. We'll have to keep an eye on it. See if NASCAR makes any more mandates here in the future. But
I think it all
that'll
just
be
depends on
the
what
CDC.
what local that and what local governments start doing as well as depending
Yeah.
on what NASCAR does.
And
I don't think we're going to
especially
see anything more than this unless states start making stuff.
yeah.
They won't
Because
need
like,
to
I mean,
worry in Texas.
like I'm worried about the NASCAR race in Michigan because like I have tickets and I'm just like,
I don't think they would ban fans.
I don't think they would either. But you just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Unless it gets like excruciatingly bad, then I don't think we will see a return to how we were last year, where no fans were allowed into anything and everything shut down and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because at this point, there's an easy way to prevent it, and
Oh my god.
so
The case we had in the entire U.S. there was 150K today
Ooh.
yeah,
cases.
which is like last year's numbers.
Where are we? this time last year was in the around 50K.
Okay, so a lot more than last year then.
Guy's record is 300K in January.
Yeah.
So you guys still got ways to go. I think you're fine.
Yeah.
We're only halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. But we'll move on to some Nitro. Actually, hold up. We'll touch on for like a minute here. NASCAR 21, another little teaser, showed the 78 car and showed more of the 78 car and showed more of the 78 car.
Hey, we finally saw more car than plane.
Yeah, we did see a car. We didn't see it moving. We didn't
It
hear
was
it.
just sitting. It was just there.
Yeah.
We got a picture of Watkins Glen yesterday.
Yeah, I tell you what, I did not care for that screenshot.
Neither did I.
The lighting, I was like, no, that ain't it.
All right. You want to know
Well,
something?
I mean, the lighting was one thing, but the way the track looked, it was like that doesn't seem like
I
it's
thought the
the
lighting
right
was
amount
so
of runoff.
bad. I thought the lighting was so bad you couldn't really tell.
You want to know something? We had a debate in the freaking Nitro chat, and like me, Gail, and Bacon were debating. We were like, we weren't even sure this was the carousel.
I couldn't tell what it was either at first.
It's the carousel, but like, God, it was hard to tell. Like,
With an extremely lacking amount of runoff.
Worst screenshot yet, guys. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely worst of them.
What are you doing with that one? I get trying to show off this tease at these different lighting times and stuff, but that didn't look good. It probably looks great with gameplay, which we're not getting. But in a screenshot form, I was like, oh my god, that was not appealing whatsoever. So,
and it just looks off. Like there's more runoff than that.
I'll have to relook at it, but I noticed the trees again didn't look the most appealing in this game so far.
Well, I mean, it's really hard to get vegetation right in the game, and honestly, I'm not gonna sit there and stare at a tree as I'm driving the car. So I mean, that's not my biggest worry. But
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
It could just be the perspective of the picture, and maybe there's really really bad depth perception, and maybe there really is runoff there.
No, I'm looking at it right now. There is the guardrails like
I'm looking at it too. Yeah,
less than 10 feet away from the track. That is
certainly not how Watkins Glen is in real life.
That is the guardrail is nowhere near that close. Huh.
Oh yeah, you can actually see towards the bottom of the picture. You can see the curves through the slits.
I put this in Nitro chat yesterday. And you're just gonna like, wait, what the hell?
Exactly. There you go. That's all you need right there.
Yeah.
That barrier goes way wide because they can go way wide out of that turn.
Well, it's because it's the boot. It's where the boot starts.
Yeah. Huh. What the heck? That reminds me of like NASCAR 09, where they had the guardrail through the bus stop, so you couldn't like cut or anything.
Yeah.
All right. At Motorsport Games, that guardrail better not be in that same spot when this game comes out. That's already a bad sign. What the heck? Yeah, no, I didn't even pay attention to that. That is so incorrect. All right, moving on.
Unless like the angles are very different, which I don't know. Like it's too hard to tell where the exact angle is, but
it's definitely wrong.
That's what I thought. So, all right.
100%. Yeah. Anyways, Nitro.
They keep telling us soon though.
Soon. Maybe
you've been saying soon for over a month.
Watkins Glen is the perfect place to drop gameplay because, in my opinion, a road course is the perfect place to show off the physics of this game. Because you're going to see that car moving around and see how that thing is going to drive at a road course. So
I guess do we talk about the other thing about the that gaming trailer thing?
Yeah, they got some gaming partnership thing. They've tried something like this before, I remember. But I think it was like a NASCAR Heat exclusive thing back with like Evolution. Yes. So it's cool, I guess. They said there's going to be a playable NASCAR 21 demo later in the season.
Maybe. And you know what? Maybe as soon as the game gets announced, you know, maybe when I go to Michigan, it'll be there.
Yeah. You can play it.
Oh. Ooh.
Hopefully on a wheel.
Yeah, controller will still give me a good enough I could be like, it's better. But yeah, this game is apparently coming out in a month, and we don't even know what the game is still.
I'm looking
Anything
at
else
just
to
the
say about it?
comparison screenshots you've given me, and I'm like pointing out so many differences in the same turn, and I'm like, it's starting to scare me. I'm like, oh god, like F1 nails it. You know, they have like the sponsor boards and everything all over the place, and they nail all the type of stuff. Just adds on to the
What
detail and
happens when you
immersion.
laser scan?
And I don't see anything. I don't see a single sponsor board. But that could change, so we'll wait and see. But we're gonna move
Well,
on.
sponsor boards can be different as well because you may not get the rights to that for in the game.
Just throw a
Yeah.
NASCAR 21 sponsor board on there.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, we'll move on to Nitro.
Nitro.
Yeah, we're already close to the end here. We've only been going for 56 minutes. We
We
race.
can probably drag something on after this, right?
Nah, we're not gonna bother tonight.
Oh wow, you're lame.
That's right. I feel like we've already dragged on quite a bit.
Yeah, I felt like that as well, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so we're F1. I didn't show up because I was like, I'm feeling terrible. I'm not bothering. So you guys were there, of course, to deal with that, and you can run us through what happened, Matt and
I was
Jay.
a lonely boy.
So was I.
I ran 6 a lot.
I
Yep.
ran, I think 7th for a good portion, and then I got really slow to MJ and ran 8th for the rest of the race.
Ooh.
I was just straight up slow. I don't know what the heck happened, but I
You
was.
got
I was
ran
just
down by
bad.
MJ.
He was with me the whole time, and then it got to a
Wow.
point where he was faster than me, and then he ran away from me towards the end of the race.
How much fuel did you have in the car?
Not enough.
Okay. Because sometimes if you have too much
I
fuel,
learned
you're going to
that.
slow down. I've learned that in career mode. I'm terrible with setting the fuel in these races. So then by the end of the race, if a safety car comes out, I got too much fuel, and then my car slows down.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
So I got to work on that. I've been watching Ereva's videos trying to see what he's doing with fuel. So I got an idea. Is you actually want to get it as close to the actual lap count as possible, which I always thought was dangerous, but seems to work.
I did that at Monaco, and it did not pay off.
Yeah,
for
Monaco,
me.
you have to overfuel. Hungary, you have to overfuel. Singapore.
Yeah, Singapore's my next one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to overfuel it.
I ran out at Monaco coming to the
A lot
checkers.
of the heavy turning, lower
Yeah.
speed tracks, you got to overfuel, but everywhere else, you definitely want to get it close to that lap count.
Yeah.
But yeah, who won F1 Nitro?
Andrew.
Oh, where'd Gale finish?
2nd.
Okay. Third?
Mahu.
Oh, okay, nice. NASCAR was at Bristol,
Bristol.
and Matt had speed at Bristol.
Whoa.
That was very cool. For once, he wasn't in my way at Bristol. Although I was behind you for a little while.
Yeah.
Stage 1, finished 2nd. Stage 2, I finished first.
5th.
Where were you in stage 2?
4th.
4th. And then stage 3, Matt shows up and he's like fast, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? He took the lead like right off the bat.
Man. The traffic man.
Yeah.
Well, I was running a very unorthodox line all race.
Yeah, you're running the bottom, and I'm like, what the heck is this man doing? You passed me, and I was like, what the heck? And I started running the bottom.
Fire at Bristol. That's my favorite line to use on E5.
I migrate back
you
to
should
the
have
top.
heard the party chat, Jay. Everyone was like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
I find
Everyone
the
was
bottom to be
confused.
the easier and faster line to run for me. That's the way I've always done it.
I went down to the bottom for a little bit, but then I just went back to the top, and I was okay. I was just surprised, Matt, by how hard we destroyed everybody.
You want to know what that made me? Man, Jonathan was really that slow.
Yeah, he was slow. But even when like Andrew or something would get by him, they didn't get any closer.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, we were what, almost 5 seconds ahead at one point.
Yeah, we had over a straightaway on them.
Yeah,
I'm just like, what the heck? How do we like dominate so hard? I I don't know what the heck you had going with your setup or something, but it worked really well.
Did you,
So
oh, you probably don't know this. I was on a controller.
I figured you were. I thought you were always on a controller on NASCAR Heat 5.
No, I would use the wheel other than
Oh,
road courses.
I didn't even know that. Well, either way, you did good. So
Yeah. I'm having conflicting feelings now.
well, then we had that final pit stop. I was really safe. You
Yeah.
got right to me.
Yeah, I was like full send.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
I
risking
feel like I
speeding.
actually could have. A part of me feels like I could have just drove by you.
Probably.
But my pit crew no bueno.
Yeah, I got
No
out for you, and then surprisingly, I just drove away.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I didn't make any adjustments after on that stop. I got him in after like
That
the
makes
second
it
stop in the race.
that makes it even more bizarre.
And yeah, I just drove away, lapped a couple people.
Yeah.
I got to Andrew in like 2 or 3 to go, and I was like, I'm not even gonna force anything when I just rode behind him to the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a pretty calm race, other than there was a couple crashes in stage one.
Bristol's always surprisingly calm.
iRacing was on Sunday. No, it was Dover. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember what track, but it was Dover. I don't know what was wrong with me there,
Same.
but I was banking my pace down as hard as possible.
Yeah, I was doing that too, and I'm like,
I killed my tires.
I blew a tire.
Yeah. I was worse. I noticed on the second run, I gave up 10 seconds to Gary Bingaman.
And he still pulled away.
Yes, when I say I gave up those seconds, it was me saving my tires, giving up those 10 seconds to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I gained about 2 seconds after that, and it dropped like a rock. And I was like, what the heck's going on here? I literally spent half a run just saving tires, and I still had nothing for him.
I thought I was saving tires, and Chappie just kept getting further and further away.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
It didn't make no sense. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know. I don't like the track.
Yeah, I mean, I've struggled at Dover, so I'm not too surprised. But yeah, Chaffee won. Ooh.
My car, everyone was like, you're talking about the car was being free, and my car it got loose once or twice the whole race.
I think I was using too much wheel, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah.
Either way, I sucked. I was terrible.
Just something funny about Nitro. Mahu's in my chat, and he says, Nitro silly season's about to heat up soon.
Oh. If Mahu goes to HMS, I'm outing him in a video.
He's not.
Good.
I don't know exactly where he's going, but I know what he's. I'm 95% sure I know what he's doing.
He hasn't tried to recruit me yet. What the heck?
No.
I don't know if there's.
I have a good suspicion of what he's doing though.
What tracks are we going to this weekend?
F1's Brazil. I will not be there.
Rip.
For F1, I should be there for the Cup race at Kansas. And
Fun.
then iRacing's at Atlanta. And then
Oh.
iRacing's at Atlanta. They fucking butchered that place.
Well, I am thrilled for that one.
The bottom doesn't exist.
I hate mile and a half racing on iRacing, so I'm sure I'm gonna have a thrilling night.
The bottom doesn't exist.
That's fine.
Put it that way.
Just ride that wall, baby.
Literally.
I guarantee you, I'll put it in the wall probably on like lap 2. Mark that part in the podcast when I do hit it. On lap 2.
Atlanta was so fun in the spring, but they did changes to the track, and it's god awful.
Just you wait till next year. Yeah, so we got 3 Nitro races this weekend, plus the Xfinity or National and truck races as well. I got to get the Twitter back up and rolling again here this weekend, and yeah. So we have
also Combat's leaving.
Like Nitro?
No, it just Toyota.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
And
think we've
then
proven we
Bryce,
can do all right without his setups.
he probably got irritated that I made something in like 10 minutes and it was better than it.
We just destroyed everybody. That was
Oh, dude, we
hilarious.
were gone. We were our own little. Me and Gary were definitely in our own little world that race. Um, it just took us to get in the front to show it.
Yeah, well, I was lucky to be up there the whole race. But yeah, uh, I didn't know I was
Um,
leaving, but
yeah, no, he said, and then and Bryce is a giant question mark at this
yeah,
point
we'll
too
see what happens with him. But there's gonna be some spots opening up then.
for Toyota.
But then the spots technically closing with the new game too. So
Yeah, well, and
Lation hit me up. He said the 66 likely is not going to be a Toyota. It's going to be a Ford because they released a 2021 roster in Heat Mobile, and the 66 is a Ford. Just a heads up.
oh my god.
So
Was
you
the
have
96
to. What's that?
Is the 96 in there?
I don't know. That'd be something we'd have to look at after.
Uh,
But yeah, it's gonna be some interesting decisions for Karma. But
mean, I
we'll
kind of I have my mind kind of made up already.
we'll move on into the final section
Hey,
here.
let's just say hint, hint. It may or may not involve a frog.
Kermit the Frog.
Kermit.
He's fast.
He-
He's won like 4 in a row in trucks or something.
He's gonna get the Nitro curse, man.
Yeah, he's gonna lose the
He's
championship.
he's gonna win over 10 races.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. You win a lot of races and then lose the
No,
championship.
here's the funny thing. He's also got the most wins in Xfinity.
Oh, nice. Yeah, dude's fast, so we'll have to wait and see. I think it'd be smart to bring him in, but yeah. We'll move on to the last section. We don't have any F1 to predict because we don't have a race until the end of the month.
Oh,
Pain.
you know what?
I'm not gonna lie. During the NASCAR like 2-week off break, I thought about it yesterday. I was just sitting there. I was like, man, I didn't miss it one bit. I was like, F1 was just like, I was like, fine, because we had F1. I was just like, this is okay. But we do have NASCAR at Watkins Glen. I am so thankful we have 2 road courses coming up here. They should both tremendous races, hopefully. Watkins Glen's usually a good show.
Glen.
Yeah.
Watkins Glen is probably my favorite road course out of any series that anything I watch goes to. It's always such a fun race.
It was terrible when they put the big spoiler on the 1 year.
Yeah.
Because I remember Truex could get to the 9 and then he couldn't do anything. He was just stuck behind him the whole time. But now we got the small spoilers back on the car, and we have Watkins Glen this weekend. Any ideas who could potentially win that one? I'm gonna take a long shot, maybe. Oh wait, we have to do the little
roulette.
the roulette here.
Oh
So
man.
let me pull up.
I
One
have a
to
feeling.
3 number generator.
I'm doing my fantasy lineup. I don't even know who to pick for top Ford.
All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, go, and it's number 3, which would be Karma.
Chase.
Wow, going bold here.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
They call me. I'm the boldest man around.
Ah, Jay's the next pick.
Keselowski.
I would agree with that like 5 years ago
Yeah.
because he was on fire at Watkins Glen for a set of
I also
years.
don't really feel like Truex is going to win this weekend either. So
Okay, my pick is between Kyle Larson and Truex. I'm gonna say Truex. I think Kyle Larson's run his course, and we see him in the playoffs.
When they all thought the season was over and
Yeah.
Hendrick was just gonna win every race, even though they're probably gonna win the next 2 weeks just because Chase Elliott exists. But like I said before, even if Chase wins Chase can have 5 wins this season, I'll still say he's the weakest of the Hendrick cars just because he's just winning road courses.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got Truex, Jay has Keselowski, Matt has Elliott. We'll see who comes out on top. I think it'll be Elliott. But Should it be any surprise winner situation going on, unless maybe there's a caution at the right time that causes some wild field strategy, maybe some rain. It is New York. There's
No.
always a chance of rain. Is there no rain
I
happening?
checked a few days ago. It could have changed.
I feel like if it was, they would have already been talking about it to hype it up.
Oh boy.
Sunday,
let's
I
just
do
say
see rain for Watkins Glen.
it was 0% a couple days ago.
Now,
It's not a high chance, but
there is
slim
a chance, though. That's what we like to hear. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. With
And
that.
we're
You're
still like
saying there's
5
a
days.
chance.
I mean, personally, I was hoping it was gonna. I was hoping for a rain race in the truck series at Watkins Glen because the truck drivers are already clowns on ovals.
Oh,
I
they're
couldn't
gonna.
imagine-
It doesn't matter if
couldn't
there's
even-
rain or not. They're gonna tear up that track.
Well, I was hoping it was gonna rain, so it'd be a spectacular must-watch event.
The truck series.
I mean, it's already must-watch, but like the rain would have descended to the moon.
That has been the funniest thing to watch is the truck series. Like
The truck series, like, it's funny because it's actually bad. Like, it's actually just bad.
it's drastically changed. Like when I first started watching NASCAR, it wasn't like that.
It was
in
the old
trucks.
guys.
Yeah, and now it's all these people that just keep on crashing. But it's hilarious. It's honestly like if I want entertainment, I'm like I'm gonna go watch a truck race because they're just gonna crash the whole time.
Like we didn't talk about it. We should have. The Knoxville race was ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was the most wild race I think I've ever seen.
In a bad way though.
Show.
Oh yeah, not in a good way. Sorry, in a bad way.
Yeah, this for the lulls of the Knoxville race. The longest green flag run from lap 88 to the end of the race was a solid 9 laps.
Woo! I remember back when they
Jesus.
went to the Daytona road course. That was a disaster. Did they do
Yeah.
the truck race? They raced at Coda. I don't.
They did. Coda was.
I don't think Coda was that big of a disaster.
It had rain, and only the cautions were stage cautions.
Okay. Well, there you go.
But like
That
Darlington,
course just
Darling.
doesn't.
The
make
fact
for
that we're going back
chaos.
to Darlington again in the trucks is hilarious.
Oh, remember the massive accident?
Yeah.
There was like 20 trucks in one crash.
Oh my god!
I cannot
Knoxville,
wait to watch this weekend.
I
Turn
don't
one.
know.
No, it's not.
Oh, turn one.
These guys are
Dude,
gonna be
add
hauling.
some rain. Add some rain. Oh,
These guys are gonna be hauling in there, and it's someone's getting
Oh.
run over.
I'm looking at the schedule. Bristol. Oh, no.
I can't wait for the championship race.
Oh,
The last one to wreck is going to win the championship.
I think the one positive about the truck series is you go to the championship race. I don't think any of them would be afraid to wreck each other for the championship. They just clean each other right
No.
up.
yeah. Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, that's gonna be something to look forward to. Xfinity, that'll be a good show. They are racing this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
triple head.
okay.
Yep, everything's back.
That should be usually a good show. Xfinity puts on really good races without having to be clownery.
Oh, God.
So
the truck race is gonna.
yeah, the truck
We're
race will be
hyping this-
we're gonna
the funny
start
thing
talking
is-
about that crap if we can remember.
Yeah, we needed to talk about Knoxville because that shit was hilarious. But oh, I'm just looking at the schedule for the trucks. Oh, it's an impending disaster. Watkins Glen, Gateway, Darlington, Bristol. That's just
4 races of doom.
yeah. Vegas.
Do they
will
go to
be-
Daytona?
No, Vegas will be
It's a
fine.
shame.
Talladega, Martinsville.
I was about to say, do they have Martinsville on there by chance?
Oh,
And then of course Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of races left in trucks.
No, there's 8.
Yeah, the playoffs are going to be actually starting very soon.
Yeah, Watkins Glen is the last one.
Okay, yeah, there you have it. Oh
So
God,
round one is Gateway, Darlington, Bristol.
This would be the perfect truck field to have Canada back. But we'll have to
Oh,
wait till next
man.
year. We'll have to wait till next year for that.
And then the last round before the championship race is Vegas, okay, Talladega, and then Martinsville.
Yeah, those last 2 races are gonna just be wild. Well, they went to Martinsville earlier this year, and it was a disaster. Didn't right?
No,
No?
that was last season's, and
Oh, what? That was the one Enfinger won?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought it was this year.
that was a disaster.
Well, yeah, I was gonna. Either way, it was a
It's-
disaster. We didn't have the same field. This field is even worse this year.
Honestly, the truck field besides John Hunter Nemechek is god awful.
But it is hilarious. So we're looking
Yeah.
forward to this weekend.
Johnny Sauter is just nothing but an impending implosion every single race now. The guy has gone from being a really competitive driver to just absolute
Well,
trash.
he's probably getting caught up in everybody else's calamity too.
I mean that's true, but he's all of a sudden really bad this year, and like, oh, his radio is just profanity filled.
Poor guy. What about Matt Crafton too? He's probably getting caught up in everybody's mess. But
He's
well.
6 points.
Okay, he's not doing bad, but
Sauter's way
he's gonna have to win.
Sauter has to win.
He has to win a road course. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, this is a disaster.
Yeah, we're excited for that. Next week, we're gonna mark it down. We're gonna start talking about trucks and Xfinity. We never really do, but we're gonna start talking about those as well. Because those are just as important. Yeah. So, I think that pretty much does it for us. That was our final off week, I think, for the year.
Yeah.
So, hopefully starting next week, it won't be us dragging it on a little bit here. We'll have a lot of action to talk about. It's a road course weekend. It's going to be good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's also fun. It has to be good.
It's going to be great, I hope. So, if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Episode 28, I think this was. So, we appreciate the continued support last week. The Joey episode is doing pretty decent on Spotify numbers and whatnot. So, we do appreciate the support. And, yeah. We're going to see you guys next week where we'll be talking about some Watkins Glen action over all 3 series, and maybe we'll see if there's some NASCAR 21 news we'll have Nitro to talk about as well. Maybe some more F1 news. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a great day, everybody.